I'm a stay-at-home mom, married for 5 years, raising a sweet little boy. Growing up as the eldest of 3 siblings, I was the one who took on the household chores. With both parents working long hours, I cooked meals, cleaned the house, and looked after my younger siblings. Those days ingrained a deep sense of responsibility in me, a trait that would define my life. Perhaps because of that sense of duty, or maybe just fate, I married later than most. I dreamed of a happy family life, but little did I know, a storm was brewing, one that would shake my world to its core. This is the story of how I became a housekeeper and faced an unimaginable betrayal. In my early 20s, I was a typical office worker, navigating the grind of corporate life. But the stress and office politics wore me down, plunging me into a fog of depression. Eventually, I quit my job, retreating to the comfort of home. That's when my aunt called. "Don't just sit around at home," she said. "Come work with me. It's cleaning, but it pays, and it'll get you out of your head." My aunt worked as a day-rate cleaner. At first, I hesitated. The idea of cleaning houses in my 20s felt like a hit to my pride. Even the mantra, "No job is beneath you," didn't fully convince me. But after meeting her at a cafe and talking it over, I decided to give it a shot, thinking I'd earn some pocket money for a month or two. To my surprise, cleaning was liberating. No office drama, no complicated relationships, just me, my tasks, and the satisfaction of a job well done. Best of all, the harder I worked, the more I earned. What started as a temporary gig stretched into a year. Then, a better opportunity came along, a full-time housekeeper position with a monthly salary. It was steadier and paid better than the day-rate cleaning jobs. That's how I embarked on a 12-year journey as a housekeeper, a path I never imagined I'd take. By my early 40s, I considered myself a veteran in the field. That's when an incredible offer came my way. A former cleaning agency boss connected me with a job at a luxurious mansion in Paju. The clients, a wealthy couple in their 50s, rumored to be ultra-rich. At the time, housekeepers earned about $8 per hour, roughly $35 for a 4-hour shift. But this offer was jaw-dropping. A 6-day work week with a monthly salary of $4,000. My heart raced with excitement as I prepared for the interview, dressing sharply and heading to Paju with high hopes. Arriving at the mansion was like stepping into a movie. The sleek modern house sat on a sprawling lawn with a shiny luxury car parked in the driveway. I rang the doorbell and another housekeeper greeted me warmly. Inside, I met the lady of the house. My hours would be 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., preparing breakfast and lunch. 2 housekeepers, including me, would share the workload, which eased my nerves. The husband was a high-ranking corporate executive, and the wife ran a booming fashion business, supposedly raking in unimaginable profits. But one thing nagged at me. The housekeepers here didn't seem to stay long. The other housekeeper had only been there 3 months, and that whisper of unease lingered in my mind. My first day was nerve-wracking, but my 12 years of experience carried me through. I worked flawlessly, earning the trust of the household. The lady of the house, whom I'll call Mrs. Kim, started opening up to me, and we'd chat during breaks. Everything seemed perfect, until one day, about a month in, something strange happened. While preparing lunch, Mrs. Kim called me into her room. With a serious look, she made an unexpected proposal. "I'm working on a big export deal to China," she said. "Invest with me and I'll double your money. Got any savings?" I was caught off guard. "I don't know much about that," I stammered, "and I don't have much saved." She sighed, looking disappointed. It's a rare opportunity. Too bad. Her words haunted me on the drive home. They echoed in my mind, refusing to let go. Every parent wants a better life for their kids, right? Working in that mansion, surrounded by wealth, stirred something in me, a hunger for more. I thought about my son, about giving him a brighter future. Money isn't everything, but who doesn't need it? I considered telling my husband, but his fiery temper made me hesitate. This could be my one big chance, I thought. After days of agonizing, I went back to Mrs. Kim. Is that export deal still open? I asked. She shook her head. Too late, she said, but then offered an even better investment opportunity, calling it my last chance. Without a second thought, I said yes. I scraped together my savings and took out a loan against our house, amassing $160,000. The next day, I handed the money to Mrs. Kim, my hands trembling. She smiled warmly. Just wait a month. You'll see incredible returns. For the next 30 days, I worked with a mix of hope and anticipation, dreaming of what that money could mean for my family. The day before my second paycheck, I arrived at the mansion at dawn, as usual, but something was wrong. The house was eerily silent, like a tomb. The other housekeeper was nowhere to be seen. I knocked on Mrs. Kim's door. No answer. With a sinking feeling, I pushed it open. The room was empty. The bed was untouched, the closet doors flung open, revealing nothing but bare hangers swinging in the stillness. They're just out, I told myself, clinging to a shred of hope. But deep down, dread was creeping in. At 9 a.m., a stranger rang the doorbell, a real estate agent. His words hit me like a sledgehammer. What are you doing here? This is a short-term rental. The tenants left yesterday. My legs gave out. I collapsed, muttering, That's impossible. I work here. But his cold, unyielding stare told me the truth. Get out. They're gone. The world crumbled around me. The $160,000, my life savings, the loan tied to our home, flashed in my mind. Mrs. Kim's smile, her promises, mocked me mercilessly. Tears streamed down my face as I called the police, my hands shaking uncontrollably. A month later, the police revealed the horrifying truth. The wealthy couple were no such thing. They were part of a Chinese scam ring, renting luxury homes to pose as tycoons. They'd lure housekeepers with high salaries, gain their trust, and swindle them with fake investment schemes. The most chilling part? The other housekeeper, the one I'd shared lunches and laughs with, was in on it. Her warm smiles, our casual chats, all an act. The betrayal cut deeper than I could have imagined. Their operation was meticulous. The fancy car, the pristine mansion, Mrs. Kim's polished demeanor, all props in a cruel theater. I'd been a fool, willingly handing over my life savings to star in their twisted play. The aftermath was chaos. My marriage teetered on the edge, with endless fights and the word divorce hanging heavy in the air. Sleepless nights were filled with self-loathing, my pillow soaked with tears as I replayed every moment, wondering why I hadn't seen the signs. The scammers remain at large, and the chances of recovering my money are slim. Friends said, "At least you only lost money?" But their words felt hollow. The police mentioned the group might be tied to darker crimes, kidnapping, even organ trafficking. The thought sent chills down my spine. For 12 years, I took pride in my work as a housekeeper. Now, that pride lies in tatters. My greed blinded me, but this wasn't just my mistake. Their deception was so flawless. Who could have resisted? Yet through this pain, I've learned a hard lesson. Wealth can be a mask, and greed can blind you to the truth. If my story saves even one person from falling into a similar trap, it's worth sharing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with another story. Thank you.